Hello everyone. Today we're gonna talk about the giants. Next to the gods, the giants are the creatures that appear most often in Norse mythology. Their powers are very similar to those of the gods, but they represent their cosmological counterpart. If the gods represent order and civilization, the giants represent chaos. Now we know that the gods and the giants fight all the time, but the gods never try to annihilate the giants completely. They just wish to keep them at bay. They wish to maintain the balance of order and disorder in nature. Now, if the giants were left unchecked, they would certainly bring back the primordial chaos. And this will happen when the Ragnarok comes. In general, we have two types of giants. We have the ice giants that appear in most of the stories, and we have the fire giants that will come when the Ragnarok comes. The giants live outside of the enclosure, outside of the civilized world. They live in the untamed wilderness. And the world of the giants, is called Jotunheim. Unlike the elves, the giants appear in the stories all the time. But the very fact that we call these creatures the giants tells us that we probably don't imagine them as they look like. The Vikings used a word Jotun to describe this race, Jotnar in plural. And this does not mean giant, it means a devourer. Another word that was used to describe this race was Thurs, and this also doesn't mean a giant. It means something like a powerful one. So, being giant is not really one of the main characteristics of the Norse giants. And two other things that we usually associate with the giants as a general term is that they're not really pretty and that they are kind of stupid. But the Norse giants are usually none of these things. Some of them are really clever, and their physical appearance is very similar to that of the gods. In fact, some of the giantesses are described as really, really beautiful. One such example is Gerder, a giantess. And the Vanir god Freyr fell madly in love with her and eventually married her. So, the giant in Norse mythology is really not the picture of a giant that we usually imagine. Now, the giants and the gods mingled a lot. And not just Freyr and Gerder. The three main characters that appear in the stories are Odin, Thor, and Loki. And all of them have giant blood in them. Odin, the king of the Ersi tribe of gods, is half giant. His father Bor is a god, but his mother, Bestla, she's a full Jotun, a giantess. His son Thor is probably even more giant than his father, because Jord, Thor's mother, is a personification of Earth, but she's usually seen as a Jotun, as a giantess. So Thor is 3/4 giant. And then we have Loki. His mother, Laufey, was a goddess, but his father, Farbauti, was a Jotun, a giant. So the three main gods that appear in all the stories are basically half giant, all of them. Now, the giants will appear in many stories that we are still gonna tell. So, until we get to those stories, all I can say is, see you next time.